It's week 2 of the National Football League. And up next, we'll see James Cook. He had a great week last week, well over 100 on the ground with a score. It's the Bills and the Broncos, and it's all up next.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL Audi. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 16 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Again, it's Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. You look at this Buffalo defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play. It was just 3rd down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
And that's just the 3rd play from scrimmage. There he goes left side. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both. And at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They start the drive with Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. The Bills at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Allen. That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And he's got this down to the 35. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
In motion is Hardy. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 2. Cook up the gut. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Allen. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Reggie Gilliam, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down.
Well, this defense for the Bills, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Patrick. And shutting him off now open field. Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
They go play action now. Wilson finding his big receiver Patrick over the middle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
And these two hooked up on a nice game to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with first and goal.
Williams
is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams, his second touchdown on the season, and the Broncos have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
James Cook running back out now.
A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
In motion is Hardy. Allen now on first down. Shakir hauls it in.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Allen now looks to throw.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bills are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, you know, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And we are tied at 14.
Tyler Bass, the kickoff for Buffalo.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction? Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
On second down, Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, look at that tackle we just saw. Pretty nice.
And he's going to have the Broncos first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
It wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. Now Wilson on first down. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And this will be incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, Wilson. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception and as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Buffalo set to get the football back here. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. In motion is Hardy. Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Has his man, it's Shakir. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Allen's throw complete to Shakir. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Out of bounds at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. And again, it's Allen. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Fights off the defender, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Two yards to go, second down. To throw, it's Allen. And he's got it. Touchdown. Khalil Shakir from 17 yards out. And the Bills have broken the tie. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was all polished off with a Khalil Shakir touchdown catch. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Denver's offense ready to go again. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Patrick. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. They run it again with Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be, trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
James Cook in the Buffalo offense returning to work now. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hardy. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give running right. It's Cook. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. Now Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And that is no good. And this will remain a one-touchdown game. So we've we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago, and that one is still...
Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Bills to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against Jacksonville, and they lead this one as well right now out in front here. They've got it 1st and 10. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Second and 7. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. Over the middle, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game at Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've got to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Wilson's throw caught here by Dulcich. yards there and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On first down, Wilson. He'll drop this down to Williams. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. And they'll send the slot in motion left. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And again, this Buffalo defense there in run support to stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On third down, Wilson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at their 49-yard line.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. On second down, Cook. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 95 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. Motion man is Shakir. Oh, a fake on the jet sweep as they run with Cook up the middle. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Going to try and throw on 3rd down. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's got it. Got his man on the end round. Complete. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Allen. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Second down and 3. Ball on the 7. Back to the ground. Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bills go up by 2 touchdowns.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A gain of 3, second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Williams going to get it again on second down. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They start the drive with Cook. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook.
And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams.
He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit, both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown.
Javonte Williams.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Bills getting set to go. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, it's very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. That catch, number 750 of his NFL career, and it puts him even with not just one but 2 Hall of Famers, Michael Irvin and Charlie Joyner. So some pretty good company at 7.50.
Yeah, you're talking about the playmaker, Michael Irvin, and the guy who just made plays, Charlie Joyner. And that's what we're seeing here. Similar style in terms of being dependable, being open, and turning it into plays that you remember.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now a 2nd and 6. They run it again with Cook. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And now they'll throw with Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Allen. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Broncos are right back in this football game. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And coming out now, the Broncos. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos. At their own 46. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Here's 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson. That caught by Manhurts. And he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Wilson. That's caught left side by Judy. And Judy's going to have the Broncos 1st down as he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Atkins.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 6-yard line.
Here's 2nd down and 3. Here's Wilson. Touchdown, Broncos. Chris Manhurts from 6 yards away. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Bills ready to take over. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
1st down, Bills.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
Delay of game, offense.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Now Allen. He gets his complete to Diggs, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing Allen. That's caught by Davis. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped and that can turn into an...
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play,
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. Allen. Now Cook running right. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. To throw is Allen.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
46 yards ahead.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So all eyes now on Tyler Bass. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Bills are going to get out of here winners. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off. But they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Bills, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Bye.